Yo, 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 yo. Hello. Hello, people. We're back again for another streamy session. Hope everyone's had a lovely day today. We've reached the midpoint of the week. So it's a Wednesday evening here. So I'm sure wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely, lovely Wednesday. So today, instead of doing the commission, I'm going to return back to the Guilmon picture that I started last week. Sorry, not a couple of weeks ago, last week. I realised that I did some rendering on this, and I'm looking back at it. I think I blurred it out a bit too much, so I'm going to start erasing some areas and just repaint them and just keep it blocky. Kind of go for that impressionist feel rather than just blending the hell out of it. I think I lost some of the effects on the face. As you can see, if I turn it on and off, you see it there. Some really good areas I missed. You know, like I've kind of washed away, even on the face as well. You can see it there. So I'm gonna try and erase it and bring it back. And yeah, I think sometimes it's best to leave things as they are rather than blending it too heavy-handed. And I think that's one of the things what's happened here. I've gone a bit heavy-handed. So I'm going to try and rectify that. Before I start on that, I'm just gonna quickly make an announcement that I'm streaming on other platforms, and then I'll begin. Yeah. So let's submit the usual information that we're streaming. Hopefully to get it all done by 9:30. So right now it's 9:24. So we can get this done quickly. We can start sooner. There we go. SFX streaming, painting fun. There we go. Bump. Lovely. And I think that's. Oh, actually, let's post it here as well. We'll do it now. I'm gonna grab this as well. There we go. There we go. Shazam. Shazam. Excuse me. I think that's everything. Normally I forget one place I posted, but I think I've got posted everywhere. There we go. How's it going, Nuni and Delicania, who are on Picato? Still having problems with my. It's working now. My emoticons weren't working properly on Picato, but it's working now. The icons weren't showing up when I go to preview it. So, cool. Right. Everything's running perfectly fine. There's nothing's acting up. Oh, actually, I forgot to reload restream chat. Come on, don't let me log in. There we go. Done. Boom, 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 boom. Right. I think we're ready. Let's begin. Let's minimize this. Let me bring up my reference window and get started. That's quick. There we go. Load recent Guilmon. Okay. Oh, let me position my windows around a bit so I can see the chat. And last but not least, let me just post this Twitch link to another channel that I'm in. Creative. There we go. There we go. Cool. Right. I think that's actually maybe one more link somewhere else as well. I'll do that now. There we go. There we go. All good. All good. Okay. Now we're ready. So as I said before, we're gonna clear some of these rendered layers on this picture. so I can bring back the initial blocking effect that I had before. So as you can see, if I turn it on again, see I did a fair amount of rendering here, and whilst it's nice, it's lost some of that goodness, and I want to try and bring that goodness back again. So I'm going to erase it. You can see I'm erasing this away. You can see a difference, the clear difference here as well. Let's just do that. Look at that. See, a bit more personality. A bit more personality is back. I'll keep the teeth. Actually, the teeth was pretty cool. So I'll bring that back here as well. See, it's all kind of lost there. By far the best Digimon in so many ways. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Andy. I kind of, like, when I'm streaming, I tend to get carried away and not focus on what I'm doing. And I think this is what's happened here. I looked at it again, and I realised that I've overdone it. I've went a bit too far. Sometimes it's best to just leave things as they are and don't mess with it. But I've messed with this one, and then I looked at it today, and I thought, oh no! Like, I did a stream session full of blurring the hell out of it. So I'm going to try and bring some of these elements back. I might leave the claws. The claws are fine as they are. But some of these elements here are fine as they are to... excuse me, I don't need to mess with. So look at this again. Same here as well. So there's some bit of action stuff going on here, so I can probably leave some of these cool effects. You see? Same here on the legs as well. Far leg, so I may consider just precision mode. Nope. There we go. Let me just move this around a bit so I can see. Oh, hey Olive, Olive's lurking in Twitch. Nuni's lurking in Picasso. That's good. Hope you guys are well. Hope you're both well. Yeah. Tree, how's your 3D stuff coming along? I saw some stuff on Facebook you posted. They're pretty cool. Yeah, not bad. Good. I need to have a sip of water in a minute. My throat got an itch. It's going okay. I'm currently focused on super secret confuzzled stuff. Ooh, super secret confuzzled stuff. That sounds interesting. I'm working on an interesting project as well. It's not exactly super secret, but it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting, and it involves London fairs instead. It's very cool. It's not that secret really. Oh, if it's not a secret, you should tell me then. You should tell me what it is. You can tell me what a secret, sneaky secret it is. I would like to know. It's got me curious now. Sneaky secrets. I like secrets, I do. Okay, that's better. See, I'm not trying to blend too heavy-handed. I'm just going to blend areas which may matter and then leave the rest. I think that makes it a little more dynamic. Keep that energy flowing. Keep that energy forms had going as well. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Let's go. Leg. It's that thigh. I want to bring that thigh back again. Let's bring it back. is a secret to do? Oh wait, wait, it's actually a secret, but it'll be visible soon. It's going to be amusing at the very least. Okay. Is it to do with VR by any chance? Anything to do with VR? Maybe. Maybe. Is it to do with VR? Because I know Confuzzled are doing the same theme that I think they kind of did last time. You know, this game stuff, which is fine. You know, but I think you know, in this day and age, I guess you could think of more themes, a different kind of theme. But I guess it's difficult to get everyone together to discuss something like that. You know, themes do take a while to materialize. You know, sometimes it's difficult to think of unique themes as well. Um, every year you have to think about of a different kind of theme and where to go with it and stuff. So it's always a tricky one, that is. Basin Coyote's turned up as well. Very sneaky little fellow. Very sneaky fellow. This is looking a lot better than the blurry one now, so I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the way this is looking. This is turning out to be. Nothing to do with VR, no, as they want to make sure it's accessible to as many people as possible. Yeah, the game's returned, so we're. As we see. Okay. I see. I mean, I can tell you what I'm helping out on. I can probably type it to you. Well, I'll type it to you. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna hold back on it. Until it's kind of there. Then you'll see. Because we might need some people to test it. We might need some people to test it. So I'm not gonna unravel the surprise yet. It's because it's still. Yeah. I'm gonna surprise. It's gonna be a surprise. I think it'd be better if I hold back on it. But it's nothing nothing NDA sort. But it's best to surprise people with these kind of things. I think it'll be a good surprise as well. Be a good surprise. Oh, very excited about it though. This project I'm doing with someone. We started it this Sunday, and it's kind of like set in motion now, and it's been going really well. It's going really well right now, and it's going to take a few more, maybe a week or so, maybe another week to really get the project finished, and then if it all goes well, then we can get some people to test it. So we need it's going to require some testing as well. So maybe I can probably ask on you, or maybe Nuni, maybe if either one of you want to test it as well, test out this thing we're trying to do. So see if there's anything that yeah, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, and why am I being a guinea pig for? Oh no, well I can't tell you. It's a good guinea pig thing. It's a good guinea pig thing. I can tell you that. It's nothing weird, nothing uncomfortable. It's just simple testing. Because sometimes it's good to see it from another perspective. I call it an experience. It's an experience sort of thing. Test. I can assure you, it's going to be pretty radical when it's done. Radical. Dear person, would you like to be a victim? I mean, yeah. Because if I tell you it now, then it won't be the surprise will be ruined, I think. But in due time, when it's done and dusted, we'll definitely let you know. I mean, I could tell you now, but then I don't want to. Then it wouldn't be surprise anymore. And then you'll be like, oh, then you'll know about it. Then I can't surprise you. Then you'll be like, oh yeah. I want to surprise you. You want you guys to go, oh, like that. Ooh. Ooh. I saw you guys were playing. What was you playing? You were playing something. I was watching on Steam. Yeah, you guys. Oh yeah, yeah. You're both playing Seven Ways to Die. Yeah. Seven Ways to Die. Yep, yep. Zombies. Yeah. Mind you, I'm very tempted to buy a copy of Half-Life Alyx. I don't know if you noticed. It's on 40. It's 40% off right now. That's actually a pretty good deal for a Half-Life game, especially with VR involved. So I'm very tempted to maybe get it. I don't know. It's because that game is very. That game is VR focused, right? So it's made for VR. I mean, even though you can play it on desktop, but some people say it's you know it's not as good. You know, you gotta play it via a headset, and it's optimized for for the Oculus headset as well. So I'm very tempted. Speaking of which, of VR, I was on VR chat last night. I was playing a game called Murder 4. It's like a murder. It's like a Trouble in Terrorist Town, or it's not. I wouldn't call it Cluedo, but like more or less, one person's the detective, one person's a murderer, and everyone else is bystanders, and you're in a mansion, and obviously the aim of the murderer is to kill people sneakily, stealthily, using knives or traps or whatever, and then a detective goes around with a gun, so he's the only one with the gun. So he has to decide. He has to like figure out who the actual murderer is, and then you have all these bystanders who run around trying to look for clues. So when you have 5 clues, then you can actually have a weapon. Done a murder, yeah. I can tell you, it's a lot of fun with 12 people. It's hilarious. It's definitely worth playing in VR, but you can play it. You can play it in desktop as well. So yeah. They've also improved VR chat as well. They've added recently. They've added Oculus support. So what that means is, if you're on Oculus Quest 2, which is a standalone VR, if you play VR chat on there without the cable, it will basically substitute complex models with basic models, basic like default models, which use up less resources on the headset, which is clever. Obviously, on the downside is you can't see awesome models and stuff, but it's done like that for a reason too. So the game's firmly optimized for the headset, so which is fine. But if you've got a link like I do, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I've been spending quite a bit of time on VR chat, and it's it's cool. It's got some cool stuff on there. I've still not played a lot of Phasmophobia. I've played about 2 rounds of it so far. Two sessions. Sorry, not 2 rounds. 2 sessions of it. Need to try and squeeze in some more time for that as well. But yeah, it's one of those games that I think I've burnt myself out on it, playing too much Phasmophobia with you guys and solo in it. Murder. We did play it a lot. Yes, yeah. I mean, in VR, it feels like a whole new game. But I guess, yeah, like it's still Phasmophobia. It doesn't matter how you see it. It's still the same game. So I guess that's what I have to be in the mood for, I guess. But yeah, I know people still play it. People still find it hilarious and being scaredy. I'm like, let's get in there, get the job done, get out of here. Big updates coming soon. Go speed up longer to chase. They chase you. Oh yes, I like that. I've finally figured out how to actually sprint in VR, because I've got instead of the head tilt, I've got the controller speed. So when your arm is up, you move slower. When your arm is down, when your wrist is down, then you run faster. So I figured that out. Because I was a bit concerned, like, because I couldn't figure out that you couldn't, like in VR, you couldn't sprint. But yeah, it's all to do with the arm. I couldn't get used to the looking thing. If you look down, you move slower. If you look straight forward, you run faster. But I always have a tendency of looking around when I'm doing stuff. So I might lose speed. But if I'm like, I guess I can put my hand down as I'm running, so that's fine. You know, like Mr. Lung, Mr. Lung, Mr. Lung, how's it going? I think you run faster in VR as well. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought the speed is the same as desktop if you hold the sprint down, but that's the case. If that's the case, I have to test that out. But I'm kind of less inclined to play with randoms in VR. Playing in VR with randoms, it just makes it more weird. I don't think so. It's a smidge fast. A smidge. Oh, is that smidge gonna give us the extra edge against the ghosts? Run really fast and climb into a cupboard before the ghost can catch you. Or losing around a corner. You losing around a corner when you make an L. You know, when you go around the corner of a corridor, you lose him around the corner and you look around thinking, where's he gone? Where's that person gone? Flying Lunga's meow 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 meow. I mean, you only have to run faster than your friends, right? That's true. That's true. So you can outrun your friends, and your friend gets mooched. The mooch with like the fingers like this, like that. Knobbly fingers around your face. So erase that there. We get that line back. There we go. Lung, do you reckon that project that we're working on? Do you reckon that's like a secret project, or something that I can mention on stream? What do you think? What do you think, Lung? Bork, 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 bork. See, Picasso's just full of random sounds this evening. We've got mows and borks. Borks and mows. Belly's a bit too softened there. That will be U and LF, isn't it? Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I guess I should be quiet about it. I'll be quiet about it. Shh. Be quiet about it. As exciting as it is. Damn. Yeah, my lips are sealed until the time comes. But I think we found some extra pair of eyes to help me with the testing side of it. We got Nunikins and Olivie Tree. They have a VR headset, so they can assist in additional testing, additional testing that we're trying to do, and desktop as well. So desktop and it's the thing we're trying out. It's really cool. Do 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 boop 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 boop. I'm not signed up for anything undisclosed, therefore probably lethal. There is cake. for this cake. You'll be rewarded with cake at the end of the experiment. Delicious cake. I wish I could play some Italo right now. I keep saying I want to play Italo, but damn YouTube, damn you. I don't know if you guys were around last week. I've started playing Bioshock, Bioshock 1, and boy, it's a bit of a learning experience again. It's like reminding myself how brutal that game was when it came to doing melee and stuff. Like you'll take a beating from enemies. Enemies will beat you, and I think I'm playing on the hard mode as well, which makes it more tricky. So I'm planning to play that tomorrow, Thursday. Thursday's game night. Play a bit of video gaming. Yeah, do a little bit of shooty. I was around for a little bit, but we talked about how we picked. Yes, yeah. See, Nuni, I made the mistake on that. I made a big mistake on that starting point. How I started that game was bad. The moment I picked up that telekinesis thing and I replaced electricity instead of fire. I should have replaced fire, and I made the mistake of leaving fire as my secondary skill. I think that's what made it difficult. I think I shot myself in the foot by doing that, which made the game even more harder, because like with electricity you can stun enemies, and along with stunning enemies you can stun machinery as well. You can temporarily disable them and hack them, which makes it a lot more easier. You have a turret fighting by your side. I didn't do that. I like an idiot. I picked electricity to be replaced, so I had fire and telekinesis, so that made things a little bit harder for me. But damn, because like fire's great, don't get me wrong, but electricity is a lot better. I mean, fire has like damage over time and everything, but the stunning is a lot more better effective. I think you can stun enemies. Which gives you time to either run away, or you can whack them with the wrench, or get a good up close range headshot on them to finish them off. But instead I went for fire. That was a bad mistake, and I'm hoping that as soon as I get the upgrade, which allows me to add an extra plasmid slot, I can bring lightning back into the game again and continue on. Because right now that run I'm doing right now is diabolical. I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed I had that build, because that is not ideal, because it makes the game look a bit more harder. But I took a bit of a beating from turrets and stuff. I lost used up a lot of first aid kits. I had like 9 health kits stored on me, and then I'm down to like 1 again from the beating. You can't swap plasmids, if I'm correct. Can you? I don't think you can swap plasmids. I can't remember. I mean, when you pick up a plasmid, you can replace one of them, but then you can only I don't know. I didn't actually check that. It's a good question. It's a good point you make there, Tree. I don't know if you can swap plasmids. I'll have to check that tomorrow. I'll definitely look into that. But I don't think you can. But you can switch them around the gene bank. Okay. I must have. Okay, that makes more sense, because I kind of assumed that once you've got it, and that's it, and then like the only way to keep like the others is by unlocking more plasmid slots, so you can store them in your plasmid slots list. Okay, so I made it like I basically hamstrung myself there to play the game harder. That's fine. I like a challenge. Ah, yeah, because fire would not be my first choice. Yeah, yeah, it's Rapture, baby. Yeah, it's Rapture. Basically, Tree. If you, I assume you wasn't watching. Yeah, I basically went through the game with, well, the first segment with fire and telekinesis. So it was tricky because like you have turrets and stuff firing at you, and obviously I can't stun them. I was mostly running around sprinting past them without being killed. Obviously loads of enemies, but setting enemies on fire is fine. That's okay. I can live with that. Uh, but yeah, lightning would have been a lot better to have. Yeah, I stuck with electric. Yeah, it is useful. It is useful against robotics, and yeah, I did get battered by a flying robot with a turret because I didn't have electricity, so I had to had to waste my electric rounds, my electric shotgun rounds, 4 shells of those on a flying robot. Not an ideal way to spend your resources, especially when you're playing on hard mode, because hard mode is you want to try and save the special rounds for special bosses or whatnot, or special enemies or emergencies, but not a single not for a simple flying robot, flying drone robot. Excuse me. Yeah. Considering it's a playthrough, I've played. I mean, the last time I played it was back when it was released, so it's been a very very long time since I picked this game up again. So it was a yeah, trial by fire, should I say? Trial by fire. Considering I was using fire along the way, but no, but like other than that, it went fairly well. I think I died once because I killed the guy with the one that throws dynamite at you, and then when he dies, he drops a stick of dynamite when he dies, or bomb, wherever it is. And I went up to his body to loot it, and for a split second I saw the bomb on the floor, and it blew me up with him. So that was that was fun. It's like, no, I killed you, and you killed me. You killed me. Boff, as the French would say, boff. One thing I can criticize about the game, and this is from my experience of it, and is the fact that the weapons don't have a kick to it. Yeah, you have to play it. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to play it again, the weapons don't feel like they've got like a kick. Like the shotgun, the single barrel shotgun doesn't really pack a punch. Maybe it just needs an upgrade. I'm not sure, but like even with anti-personnel rounds as well. I mean, I guess I need to try the rounds again. But yeah, I mean, on certain on the first boss, which was like that doctor, the crazy doctor dude, the normal shotgun shell rounds were useless. The anti-personnel rounds were a bit mediocre. Because anti-personnel rounds is what's good against human enemies. So yeah, it didn't really quite live up to its name. So maybe unless there's maybe there's an upgrade for the shotgun. I can't remember if there's a skill tree for the shotgun. We can improve shotgun rounds, shotgun damage. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. It's a bit of glowing of blue glow there. So I'm not blending it. I'm just basically applying additional value and color over the blocking, so it's still kind of blocked in. I don't want to blend anything. That's what I've learned. So keep it all chiseled. I don't remember enough about the game, but I also didn't play it very high difficulty. I don't think So I remember the guns were okayish, but I guess they want to use your. Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. It just felt like the guns weren't. You know when like games like I guess if you played Quake 2 and stuff, guns have a bit of a kick. When you shoot something, it's like you feel you can feel the punch of a shotgun. When you hit something, it just the weapons. Weapons didn't really feel like they, you're really hitting the enemy with serious damage. Or it just feels like you're shooting through paper. Like you're shooting through like you're firing through like some sort of plastic bag, a paper bag. Bullets is going through the enemies. So I'm just kind of being picky on it. But then again, it is an old game, so I shouldn't really be mean to it. But yeah, because the atmosphere is great. I mean, the atmosphere is still fantastic. The lighting is really good. Yeah, obviously it's not as good as System Shock 2 because I like System Shock 2 is really good. System Shock 2 is very good because I like Showdown. Speaking of System Shock 2, I'm very much considering to maybe just pre-order the System Shock 1 remake and have it ready on my list of things to play when it launches, because that's definitely a game that I want to play. Considering it's obviously it's basically the remake of the original, but I definitely will consider that game because I played the demo. I don't know if you did you play the demo? Did you or Nuni play the demo? I think Nuni said he said he had. The graphics on it are really really good. I definitely see Nuni. I definitely see Nuni playing this kind of game, because it has that kind of spookiness to it. Yeah, but. I've streamed some Shock 2 Remastered, but that's all. Okay, in that case, I think definitely play the demo. Jump on to try the demo. I think it's like about 12 gig or so, 12 gigs, which is fairly big. But it's really good. It's one whole section, one whole floor of the game, so there's plenty to explore. Plenty to do as well, and you get to do some hacking as well. The hacking side of the game is a different game completely. It's really like a first person kind of flight shooty kind of game, which is really cool. But it's different, very different to the System Shock 2 feel. But yeah, like I said, the interface is almost like the second one, so you'll like that. Did you have you saved your streams of System Shock 2 on Twitch by any chance, Nuni? I might have to, I might have to check that out. You said because I remember visiting you when you were playing it, so I may have to just if the recordings still exist, I may spend tomorrow just watching you play through them. I want to see how you play them. I have to see that. It's one thing I like. What I've been watching recently is watching other people play System Shock 2 and how they approach it, and it's interesting. Because I play rather passively. I tend to be resourceful and stuff like that. And I don't use a lot of stuff. All the streams I saved. The only one I haven't is episode 1 of Alien Isolation. Sorry, because of the hard drive file halfway through the intro. Oh, down. Okay, cool. No, that's fine. It's fine. I'll definitely will check that out. Definitely will check that out, sir. Yeah, cool. I've been trying to find things to watch whilst I'm at work, so things running in the background, and I think your streams may be the next thing for me tomorrow to watch, so I look forward to that. I'll let you know what my comments are on the System Shock run. One day you will. It's on its backlog of edits. Oh, nice backlog of edits. I like it. Very, very excited then. Very excited to hear that. Yes. So I was talking about yesterday about trying to get my machine sorted out, and I need before Lung mentioned about the Ryzen 7 3950, I think it was, which is like the slightly older generation CPU. But I want to do some research on that and see how good that really is. So because I was planning to get the most recent one, most recent version of the CPU series, but I want if the one that Lung has mentioned is good, and I may just get that, but I have to do some research. Research. Always research. Going to be uploading them all on YouTube eventually. Some basically, yep, cool. I take it you're going to be using Camtasia, yeah? Good old Camtasia. Camtasia is the best app for video editing on the fly. It's so good. It's so good. That or my old Premiere Pro, that's pretty cumbersome. Yeah, Premiere Pro is still, Premiere Pro is very good as well. Yeah, I've used it on a few occasions when Camtasia just cannot do what I want it to do, like really uh, like special slowdowns. Like I know you can do clips and stuff and fiddly things like that, but I find that there are some things which Premiere just shines through and does it without any problem. So I like that. Yeah, very good. There's another thing I wanted to do. This was something I thought about a long while, but it's a case of finding the right people to do it, which is to do like movie reviews or like watch along a movie and commentary of a film or something. Obviously, we can't really show the film on stream, but it can be you can watch it. But it's a tricky one to try and do, or maybe just do like an after review of like a 10-minute video, 10-minute footage, or 10-minute or 30-minute footage or whatever of just talking about classical horror movies like Frankenstein or the Wolfman or Bela Lugosi's Dracula, things like that. Really the classics. We're going for the classics and obviously the Hammer horror films as well. Really revisit these old films and do like a little cheeky review. I was going to do something like that for YouTube, but I mean I could do it. Doing it alone is fine, but I think having someone or more than one person just to who are into that kind of thing as well. That's always a nice addition. But it's just trying to find someone that's enthusiastic or interested in doing those sort of things. There's no point in having someone on here that's not really into it, because then I don't know if they'll have much to talk about. So I've never remembered what happened in the movies. I know different movies. Yeah. I'd just be like, I like the bit when that thingy guy did that stuff with the things. I guess that's fine. It can be said I mean, it's good to have someone that doesn't know much about it talk about it as well, because I guess that can work in some sense because they're being introduced to the film. So if someone's watching the video, they've never watched it themselves, I guess they can relate to you in some sense that, oh yeah, this happens in the film or this happens in this film, or yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's got me thinking. But yeah, I've been pondering about it for a while, because I did when was it? It wasn't last year. It was the year before. I think like 2 or 3 years ago. I did on Halloween night on Picato. I did I just have a really poor memory, and when I watch movies, I can never really remember characters' names. That's fine. You can say that guy with the big beard or the big nose or big sharp teeth. But yeah, sorry, about 3 years ago, roughly 3 years ago, might be 4. On Halloween night, I did on Picato. This was on Picato. It wasn't on Twitch. I think Twitch didn't allow it. I think I did a stream of me watching Night of the Living Dead from YouTube, because Night of the Living Dead is a public domain film. So I was a bit concerned about whether to stream it or not on Twitch, because Twitch can be a bit fiddly about these things. Same with YouTube as well, but it seems to be allowed. I'm not sure, but I wanted to so the idea was I would have the film as a thumbnail, and then you have me talking over it and whatever. That was the general idea, and I did it on Picarto, and it was fine. But like, obviously, it got lost. The recording got lost, so anything public domain should be fine. Yeah. So the thing with Night of the Living Dead is there's many versions of it. There's obviously the public domain one. Then there's one that they released under a license, which is slightly remastered, stuff like that. So it's kind of like a grey area. But yeah, I mean, if it's in public domain, it should be fine, totally. It's just, yeah, I was concerned because I didn't want to get caught by Twitch or something, because Twitch are really, they're really snappy at these sort of things. If you're playing a movie on stream, that's it, it's game over. So, yeah, but like, yeah, I wanted to like get involved by doing those sort of things. Oh, someone just pinged me. Yeah. 1 second. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, movie just chatting kind of sessions. I guess chatting kind of sessions also are common on Twitch. Just me sitting here on my Todd talking about stuff as we're doing right now. But painting is good because it helps pass the time. Sure. And some classic jazz playing in the background. Yeah. Ooh. I think the worst thing I could stream on here is VR version of Minecraft, because Minecraft is free on Oculus. Can you believe that? So you've got Oculus, right? So you can probably access the Oculus store, no doubt. That means you can get Minecraft for free. Because I saw it on the Oculus store last night. Because I was about to log off from VR. I thought, let me just check the store out. Let me just see what's actually free on the Oculus store. So there's a lot of demos, fine. But then like scrolling right to the top, the most common one was Minecraft. And I'm like, well, actually Minecraft VR. So yeah, there's a lot of free stuff on free applications to play on the Oculus store. So but Minecraft is one of them. I don't know if that's because I've registered the Quest 2, sorry. But yeah, I've not installed it. I've not tried it. But it's just got me thinking. It's like, I could I guess stream that, build a few houses and stuff, build a few things, plant up, make a little fort or something. Maybe get some other people who want to get involved in doing that, building stuff. I don't know if Lung wants. I don't think Lung has. Flying Lung is on an index. I don't think index people will be allowed to do that. I don't think he'll be up for it. I don't think he wants to be that creative, building little houses and stuff. But then again, it has skeletons, so I don't think he doesn't like scary things, exploding things. So because I used to play Minecraft way back, and then I just stopped completely because I started to question reality a bit. But I guess if played in a sparingly sort of way for streaming, then I guess I could live with that. But I'm sure there's other things I can probably play, like other horror games. So speaking of horror games, there's a lot of horror games on VR chat, and that's another thing. Definitely need to get Nuni on that, because I'm sure Nuni would like that. I'm sure you would like that as well, Olive. So yeah. I normally grip my teeth. Like, come on, give it to me. Give me the jump scare. Give me the jump scare. And the jump scare comes, and you're like, sensational. It's over. but it's never over. It's, that's just a tip of the iceberg when it comes to scary stuff that you can find in VR chat. So aside from the murder games are great, but the horror games are just as good. I think I mentioned this last time. So so there is that. To try and stream me playing VR chat with rando people. But the other problem is, obviously, can my machine stream it and play at the same time? That's the question. That's the ultimate question, because I need to find out. I need to double check what VR chat uses for resource wise. Is it CPU, or is it CPU intensive, or is it graphic intensive? And then try and set OBS to focus purely on the weaker one. I need to get on VR chat, and I need to finish my odd job model. Oh, your odd job model. Is that odd job model the one you're trying to apply for the job, the full-time job, the dream job that you're gonna win? You're gonna secure that job, and that's it. Then you become a pro 3D modeler, a professional 3D modeler. That's your new title. So you're heading down to that. You're heading down that path. Oh, I mean, Odd Job is your character. Oh, yes. I remember Odd Job. The name sounds familiar. I think I've drawn. Is that your character? Isn't it? That is your character, isn't it? The character made for your badge. I think I haven't got a job, which is odd. Ah. I'd much like to see what you've done, though. Yeah, I've drawn. I thought so. Yeah. I very much like to see your 3D stuff that you created for the application. It'd be nice to see that, see what you've done, because like some of the stuff you showed me in the past have been really good in Blender. So gives me inspiration to get me back to keep me going on 3D stuff. Like it wasn't today. It was on Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday. I actually did some Blender stuff at lunchtime. I was trying to make this. Just really understand the tools of Blender. So I tried to make this like a structure, indoor structure. I just didn't know what I was doing. I finished the environment yet. I haven't finished the environment yet. My liquid physics broke. Oh no! Want to make a little stream. Oh wow! Okay, that sounds impressive. Ooh wee. So where are you learning these? Who's teaching you these particular kinds of things? Is it someone on YouTube? Someone that's is it Blend? It's not Blender Guru, is it? It's Blender Guru. I'll definitely want to look further into his teachings. Blender Guru. Bit of YouTube, but not really looking at any sort. Oh, okay. That's fair. Decoded is good. Okay, I'll check that person out. Decoded. Yeah. See, like, yeah, I've been bouncing between like Blender Guru and who's the other guy? I forgot his name. Damn, I forgot his name. It's in the 3D tutorial section. I've just been bouncing between two Blender people. Also drawing on my knowledge from university. Oh, right, okay. Very good. Yeah. Sweet. Nice, good. Yeah, back in my university days, we were learning 3D Studio Max. I think we were on Max 6. I think at the time, Max 6, and yeah, that was easy to learn. I used to smash 3D Studio Max. Like, I think Lung would have been impressed if I carried on down that path, because I knew 3D Studio Max like back of my hand. Like, I knew exactly where things were. Making models, making points and stuff. I think if I carried on with that, I think I could have been so much happier making 3D models and stuff, and I didn't. It's a shame I didn't pursue it. I kind of went cold turkey on it. And the moment you stop doing something, you just forget everything, and that was it. So it's kind of a shame, really. Shame, really. At the moment, I've been trying to searching for exactly what I need to help with, like geometry nodes and those bonkers. Yeah, you got yourself a teacher. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's very good. That is very good. Everyone needs a professional teacher in their lives. It's the only, I have a professional teacher as well, and I'm forever thankful for them, and they're still helping me, still like nudging me and browbeating me into like stop making these silly mistakes and stuff, and sometimes they answer that question I've already answered, so I don't need their no, I need someone just to tell me exactly what I'm thinking, so it's good. They'll have a human being really help me get the passion back. Yeah, good, very good, very good. Have they got an art station? If they have an art station, you should ping me their art station link if they have one, and on Discord. I'll have a quick peek, see what they do. I'll get to see their worky works if they're. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. Everyone should have an art station, including you, Tree. You should have an art station account. Why haven't you made an art station account? You do some of the work. You do some of the works, so you shouldn't shy away from it. Oh, whoops, I've got to check. Oh, Alan Alice, hello. Yo, that's dope. Thank you. I don't see the time. Let me see the timestamps. Toggle timestamps. There you go. I must have missed that. Message. Sorry. Oh. Let me see. He's still around. Sorry, Alan Alice. Yeah, thanks. I'll make a little hand wave there. Let me minimize a few of these windows. Yes, this is where you can easily miss out on a line of text from another chat. Let me bring up the restream window as well. Yeah, my restream window is acting up funny as well because it doesn't feed the YouTube text through, which is a shame, really. Shame on you. Shame on you, Restream. Should try and get that fixed. Right, let's get that eye sorted out as well. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I think I'm gonna keep it like really rustic looking rather than heavy detailed. I think that's the problem when you start blending stuff out to buggery. I think you lose that kind of goodness. So I'm gonna try and keep it swishy. So this is the thing I was talking to my teacher about. My teacher's like, why do I keep I should avoid blending things to a point where it's completely blurred out. Completely blurred out. You lose that energy that this has. See that energy? Like the energy's still there, and it's kind of. I'm trying to still keep that without ruining it. So it's an important lesson here to be learned. And this is what Impressionist painters are about as well. Impressionist painters just block in their colours and stuff and let those shapes do the talking and not worry about too much about blending. I think we live in a world where everything's blurred to buggery, and then we get this misconception that people want that kind of thing, So I guess that's the misconception, isn't it? We assume people like that kind of blurry stuff, and people just say, "Oh my god, that looks good," but like, Might not be the case. Also, I do have an art station. There you go. There you go. Exactly. So like, you've like, I think every artist should have an art station account. Because a lot of people feel intimidated about that site, about what it is. Using the portfolio, feeling selective. Exactly. No, exactly. Exactly. Let's erase this tail and do it again. So I'm gonna just on this tail again, completely again, because it's do it properly. Just do that. There you go. I've not updated my one in a while. I need to like get back into updating that portfolio I've got on there. Like I've done a few more pieces. I think they deserve to be on there, so I've just not had time to log in and do that sort of thing. Oh yeah, another question. Have you filled in your consensus form? I assume you've already received it, right? I watch on YouTube. Borodante always has an interesting thing to say about painterly styles, lost edge, and not blending things to the heck. Yeah, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to look at that. Yeah, yeah. I need to film. I need to film mine in still. Like it arrived. It's obviously it's gone past the deadline day, so I need to like. I want to try and maybe get it done tonight. Maybe not do any VR. Just go straight into doing that tonight. Get it formed. Get it filled in tonight, and then post it tomorrow. Whoopsie. Yeah. I mean, you can do it online apparently. So. It's pretty quick, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm doing it for my parents as well. So okay, you can do it online. Okay, I might just do it online then. I might just do it online. Save my time. Save time. Do it online. Yeah, because I've just been so busy this past few days. I said to myself I'll fill it in later, and then just forgot. And obviously I'm gonna fill the things on behalf of my parents, so they asked me. It's like, oh yeah, we need to like send this. I'm like, yes, I think we do. But so today's the 24th, so it's a few days. Yeah, 21st was the deadline, I think. So yeah, maybe spend tonight just filling that in, get it sent, and get it sorted. But it looks like a form about. It's a form about. I think it's just information, statistical information, to see what everyone in this country are up to, what they do and stuff. I think we need to know what you're doing, who you are, because we're nosy. We're nosy. Nosies. Yeah, it's statistics. Yeah, who knows who's in the house, what work, being race and gender. Yeah, exactly. See, the thing when I saw that form, like, because it's like I'm filling on behalf of my parents as well, so it's like 3 people, including me. I thought, sounds like a boring, long-winded thing. I'll do it later, and I just chucked it to one side and carried on working. And obviously, the deadline's gone now, so I was like, oh yeah, I should probably fill that in. So yeah, I think I'll do it tonight. Just get it done tonight. Gotta sit down with them. Probably get the answers too. Yeah. I think. Well, I know most. I pretty much know in my head what they do. I think so. It should be. Should be okay. To be honest, I've not actually read the questions. I mean, other than what job they do and stuff like that. But I asked my mum to write down her name and birthday, and my dad's birthday as well. Just to make sure that I don't fill anything incorrect on their behalf. And obviously, just do it properly. Do it properly. So what I'll do, what I may do, what time is it now? I've been streaming for an hour. Okay, and that 1 hour, so okay, that's not bad. So it's 10:30. Yeah. Maybe at 11:15, I may just stop the stream and then try and get that form filled and get it done. Sooner the better. Yeah. If you, I'll ask you to fill in your I'll ask you if you're filling it in on people's behalf, so it'll only come back to you. Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. Yeah. Obviously, I won't make up fake information. Like, what's your parents do? They're circus performers. They're, they're tag team circus, a bunch of circus performers, tightrope walkers, or fire breathers, or whatever. Lion tamers. My parents are lion tamers. That'd be awesome to have folks which are extremely talented in those sort of things. No? Let me see, that light's a little more lighter there. So in fact, I might just keep that lighting that I put on there originally. I think that's more stronger. There we go. Maybe a bit too much, but let me just, there we go, down a bit. There we go. There's a bit more depth there. Oh. Swish. Also, with Confuzzled coming up, I assume they're probably going to do another online kind of dealers den. Are you going to be applying for dealers den this year? Like an online, it'll probably just be like the same as it was before, which is like just a simple web page with your stuff on there as usual. Like with your merch, your possible merch that you're selling and stuff. Oh really? What panel are you running? Oh, that'd be good to know. What kind of panel are you going to be running on there? That's got me curious now. Oh. Is it a creative panel? 3D panel? Got me curious now. You got me very curious now that you're running that panel on. I mean, I could run. I mean, if I was to run a panel, I would love to do like a live drawing panel. But obviously, you can't have nude poses on screen and stuff. I'm going to get some dealers online, dealers there, and discuss dealers and stuff, to ask questions, to chat. Oh, okay, that's really good. That's a good. That is a really nice. Yeah, that's very good. Nice panel to do as well, because obviously there's a lot of people that are, who don't know how to do those things. Oh damn, that's actually really good. Well, nice man. Hey, Walton Wild, welcome. Yeah, no, Olive, yeah, that's a really good panel to do. Because there's a lot of people out there who want to get into dealing and stuff, and they don't know how to do that, who to ask, what things to think about. There's a lot of things you got to think about. Like what you're gonna make, how much you're gonna make, how much to take with you, how much to sell, how much to charge. It's really important, and obviously paying your taxes. There's all these little things that run through your mind. You don't know what to do, and obviously contacts for printers. So maybe if you know some really good printers that can do stuff. I know some contacts as well, so maybe I can probably pass you things like that if you need information on printers that I use, especially for like getting booklets printed or comics printed or portfolio stuff printed. Contacts like that are really like gold dust, because yeah, you're gonna pay taxes, trust me. Well, I guess if you just take the money and spend it, that's fine. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone you're spending the money. I was going to ask if off stream if you wanted to join in. I don't know what I can bring to it, but I mean, if there's space on it, I can probably jump on. I can probably jump on. Yeah, yeah. If you let me know on the if you just outside the stream, yeah, just let me know what time and what it's scheduled for, and I'll see. Yeah, that'd be nice. My mind is usually blank on those when in terms of what I can talk about, but yeah, I can definitely talk about contacts and stuff like that for printers. Because like last year, well before lockdown, the year before, I was rushing through so many printers. I was making phone calls to so many printers. I was emailing loads of printers and asking them, would you print this not safe for work portfolio? And most of them would outright say no. Some said yes, and then they looked at it and then they said no. So I went through a phase of just trying to find a printer that would do it for me. And then luckily, a few artists that I know gave me some contacts. Like, yeah, give these two printers a call and see what they say. And one of them was really busy because of Expo was coming up. So a lot of people go to this specific person for that sort of stuff, comics and stuff to be printed. The other one that I was going for, I contacted, he just said to me on the day, just email me the PDF file. I'll sort it out. And awesome enough, that person who runs the company from his own house, somehow he's got a printer in his own house. I don't know how he did it. He did it for me in under a week, actually not under a week. I'd say 3 days. He turned it around in 3 days. Like I wanted a 20-page portfolio book, 23 copies or so, 20 copies, 23 or 24 copies. I can't remember how much, but yeah. And it was very well priced. Gave me a good price as well for it, and I was blown away at the quick turnaround of getting it just before Confuzzled. So yeah, no, it's things like that. Things like having contacts like that is really good because it's good for them as a printer, and it's good for you as a business because that means you can always go to that person for more things you want printed to sell to. And the cool thing is, this printing company, they are always looking they're always looking into new things to print out and try out. So like stickers and stuff. So if you ask them how much would it cost to make some stickers, he can give you a quote. If they like it, you send your stuff over, they'll do it for you. So I'll be putting together question Twitch chat segment. Well, I have a fancy photo printer in the house. Got fed up with. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. I mean, there are times when if you're doing a large printing set, if you're doing a large set of prints, like loads of them, it's going to take ages. You need time to do that, and you need to make sure you got the ink and everything with you. And if things go wrong, things go wrong. But whereas if you send it to the printers, if you feel a bit reassured and the work's going to get done, and so all you have to worry about is other things like making sure you've got your stuff packed and everything, and then before you know it, the stuff arrives by post or by first class or recorded delivery, whatever, just in time for you to pack it into your bag or whatever. I mean, the other cool thing is obviously sometimes printers can send the stuff over to the convention, so you say, look, I want some of these prints done, can you send them to the hotel I'm staying at? Done. And when you arrive, it'll be there waiting for you at the reception, whatever. So that's another kind of stress reduction. Yes, your stress levels will go down because of it, because you've got this the stuff done with minimal effort on your own part for trying to print stuff out from your own printer. And one of the things I always ask for any kind of printer is what kind of printer they have, what kind of printer what sort of paper they use, what kind of weights they have, what kind of weighted paper they have, because these things are important. Printing something is easy. You just put something in the paper, put some paper in the printer, press print, you got a picture. But it also depends on the kind of paper. Most artists print. I hate this sometimes. It depends on the quality. It depends on what you're trying to print. I hate when people print their artwork out on glossy paper, photo glossy paper. And what I find is artwork should never be printed on glossy paper, because especially illustrations. Photos, yes. Photos, it looks more vibrant. But when you print illustrators on glossy paper, it just looks too reflective. That's why I always go for matte paper, matted photo paper. It's good for illustrations. I get it's one. I totally think you should always check. But it sounded like a. But you sounded so much like a snobby wine connoisseur then. Well, it's true because matte, yeah, gloss is great. Yeah, there you go. Reflection is an issue. Matte deals reflections and blacks and dark. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, tree is correct there. There you go. See, so things like that. It's a lot of things you have to think about because when you make illustrations for printing, it's a different field. You have to know what you're trying to. You have to make sure you know what you're doing to make sure that what you make comes out as you expect it to on paper. Otherwise, you're going to be in a bit of a shock. When things look like, I'm sure you've seen it, Tree, as well, when you print like an RGB illustration on paper, the blacks go really black and the colours become really, like the contrast is so blown out of proportion. It's because, it's not been set up properly. And, colour correction, all that stuff can be a nightmare. Excuse me. So there's a lot of things to think about there, and a lot of artists don't really think about these things, because it's not something that you want to think about. You don't want to think about how printers work, how color works. You've made a nice picture. All you want is you want to transfer this picture you made on screen to a printer to sell. This is why I kind of put this printer. It was a big spend, series of just sending it over and getting the colors right for external printer. Yeah. But the thing is, this is why you should have a color calibrated screen. Have a color calibrated screen. Make sure your color profiles are spot on to what the calibrated screen is using. And whenever you print to the printer or printers, it will always come out the way you want it to. So that's worth keeping an eye on that. Yeah, just buy one of these. Look, I mean, this is old now. I don't think you can buy these anymore. Damn, I can reach over here. There you go. Buy these. There you go. There you go. Look at that. It's a bit reflective. So reflective. They're Color Monkey by X-Rite. Color Monkey display. If I do that, I think the reflective light is actually hitting it. If I hold it here, there you go. Color Monkey. Obviously the yellow, some white there. It's by the company X-Rite. So yeah, this thing is like an automatic calibrator. It comes with custom. You can customize it as well, but for us illustrators, you don't need to worry too much about. You don't need to worry too much about setting things manually. Just let this thing do what it needs to do by looking at it. It'll look at your screen. It'll look at all the spectrums of the color and brightness and values and everything, and then it will adjust your screen to match what it should look like, and it'll do it all for you. Same with the brightness, your screen brightness. It will automatically set the screen brightness of your screen to what it needs to be, and then it'll save a display profile, and that's it. It's done. If you've got two monitors, the software on there, it'll tell you, it'll ask you, are you doing this for two monitors, multiple monitors? And what it'll try and do is for the second monitor, it will do the scan again, but it'll try and keep it in line with the last scan we did on the previous screen, so that way both screens look identical. So that way you're not messing around with one screen being accurate, one screen non-accurate. It'll try and balance them out so they both look almost identical. Obviously, it depends on the kind of monitor you have as well, because I've got two different monitors. I've got the Dell monitor, the IPS monitor, which is really good. Then I have the Samsung one, which is more for. It's not an artist's monitor. It's more of a gamer's monitor. So the colors are more vibrant. But I've calibrated this, and I've noticed that this monitor is not as bright as the Dell one. This Dell one has more brightness levels, more choices of brightness. So it's kind of close. It's kind of accurate, but not accurate. It's still kind of the values on this are slightly down, but on here it's more brighter, slightly brighter. So something to think about. Having two monitors of the same sort is handy. Something to think about there. I have to look at one of those. One artist screen, but a gaming screen. One's got good color, the other, yeah. So, exactly. Well, the Color Monkey should be cheap now. It should be very cheap. I bought that a few years ago, and that was like £175. It's pretty expensive, but now it should be 75 if you're lucky. I mean, most of the money goes towards the software. The software itself is what's expensive, not the device. What you could do, if you wanted to, is buy a second-hand one, just the actual calibrator, and then you can download the driver, the software from what's it called, from X-Ray, and that will basically solve your problem. So, because like most of the money, most of the payment of that is the software. It's not the device. The device is just a device. It's just a calibrator. It's the software itself that's where the money goes into. So, yeah, it's ridiculous when you think about it. So that's why when you go online and you see the calibrators, the prices, a calibrator alone is not expensive, but when you buy the calibrator and the software, the price just spikes. So you could be paying like £300, but really all you're paying for is the software. So something to think about that. But again, you don't need an expensive software for calibration, because as artists we're not really photographers. The £300 mark is for people that are really hardcore photographers who need color accurate stuff for their photography stuff. I mean, for illustrators, we just want to make sure that the screen we're drawing on, what we paint, what the color that we're using is the color that's going to be printed or whatever it's going. There's another thing you can do on Photoshop which I've forgotten. You can turn on the CMYK mask on your palettes. I don't know, I've forgotten how to do it. You know, when you bring this up, there's a button somewhere, I've forgotten. There's a shortcut which only shows you the CMYK areas, and so basically it grays out areas which won't be shown in the printer, and it will show you the color that's the colors that are. Let me see if I'll try and find it. Let me just see what it's called. Photoshop CMYK palette. Let me see. There's a way you can do it. I've forgotten. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. Color picker. Here we go. Found it. That was it. Yeah. So if you go to view gamut warning, that's where it's at. So I close for cancel this. You guys can't see this because I'll have to go into screen mode. I think if you can see it, but like I'll put it in the screen. I'll take a screenshot. That'll be easier. Go to view gamut warning. Oh, there you go. You can probably see that. You see those blotched areas? Look at those blotched areas. It's gonna funny see that. These areas here are where the gamut warnings are. You can't see these. There's one there. There's one there. See that? Looks a bit weird. If I turn it off, see it's gone now. Let's put it again. Watch. Yeah. So yeah, those areas signify places where color or value, or whatever you want to call it, is not going to be well spotted. The printer won't like it. Basically, the printer does not have the colors to support that value or hue. So what happens is the printer will try and emulate or simulate or round it off to the nearest value or color intensity. But what you can do is, like I said, you've got two choices. Either paint over it, just do that. But there you go, see, with the right one, or see there, as you can see there, that color works. This area is not going to work, so it's going to round it off. So, excuse me. See, it's pretty cool. So this is another way of checking what stuff works for printing. But most of the time you don't have to worry. You can just set. I mean, most people just set their stuff to CMYK, I think, and I don't know if that would don't flatten that. See what happens. There you go. Set CMYK and see what happens now. It's probably still make the error. Oh, actually no. There we go. It's fine. There we go. So I've set this to CMYK now, and it's fine. So as you can see, there's no grey signs because I've switched the color mode, and it's picking out. It's converted the colors to be CMYK. So I'll undo it back to RGB there. But yeah, so right now I'm in RGB mode, but I'm doing the gamut warning system. But if you're not, but normally it's something that something to keep in mind of if you plan to do print-based stuff. From RGB to CMYK, it's a pretty handy tool. Another handy tool which I use for before printing is, if you go to image, auto contrast. Auto contrast has saved me quite a bit in some places as well, and it's not auto tone but auto contrast. And what that does, it levels out all the values from what's, so nothing is like completely black. So sometimes you get some areas which are grey and stuff, but it kind of balances the contrast out. So that's another cool feature. It's what I tend to do before I print anything. I flatten everything, CMYK or RGB or whatever, and then I do auto contrast to that flat image, and then I print out. So for the badges as well, for badges I do the same thing. I CMYK it, auto contrast, then it's ready to be printed. So it kind of levels everything out. Because what you don't want is things going directly to black. Because anything below 20%, anything below any dark value below 20% in brightness, you know when you have the HSV color levels, anything that goes below anything in V, which is I think is V. What is V? Saturation value. Sorry, yeah, V's value. Anything in value that goes below 20, most printers will round it off to black. So always remember this. Got to be careful with that. That's why I always try to keep it almost above 20. I mean, as you can see right now, the backgrounds on this one is 12, 13, 10, whatever. But it doesn't really matter. This is just a web piece. So, but yeah, this area here, that's on 22. That's good. That's on 15. So if I wanted, so what I could do here, if I was concerned about getting printed, I'll bump this up to 20 or 21 or 22. This area here. This is on 13, 12, 11. See, so these things here, most printers, like ones which are 3 color or less or whatever, they won't be able to produce this kind of. They might not be able to produce that kind of differentiation. If I zoom this in, see it, like if I go to his leg, there's two kinds of things. There's two kinds of values there, isn't there? There's this and then this. See it. So most printers would, when it's printed, it will just be like this. It will come out like looking like this a bit. You know. It may end up looking like that. So you have to decide. You know, you have to be careful. The reason why I know that is it's happened to me a few times when I've printed stuff out really dark, and it comes out, certain areas come out completely blacked out, and I'm thinking, oh my god, you know, that's not what it looks like. That's not what it looks like on this paper. That's not what it looks like on there. It looks meant to look like what's on the screen. So you have to be careful with values. Always keep it above 20%, and you'll get the visual that you're looking for without going too dark. But if you're not fussed about that, then that's fine. But mind you, this experimentation came from, because I've got an A3 printer, a 4-color A3 printer, Canon IX 4000. No, sorry, not 4000, 3000. I think it's 3000. IX 3000. Is it? Hang on, sorry, 4000. IX 4000. And I printed out a lot. I wasted a lot of paper on this printer, a lot of ink, just trying to get it printing right. You know, I remember when I first, the badges. When I first started doing badges, I had problems with this printer. Like, it was printing out really highly saturated colors, and then other times it'll print out really dark and really weird. It'll come out badly. Just horrible. It's horrible. I went through so much matted paper. It's unbelievable, and how much money I wasted on ink as well. I'm dreading learning to use my current printer properly. Boy, when no one's put down, so I haven't had a reason yet. You should test it. Either way, you're gonna have to stress test it at one point, and it's good to nail it down so that way, because last thing you want to do it, the last thing you want is testing it near a deadline. So if, let's say Confuzzle's coming up, and you're like 3 or 4 weeks, a week or so away, or 2 days away, or whatever, and you're trying to print something, or you're trying to test it there and then, it's not nice. So I'd say test it whenever you can. Get the settings done, nail down the settings, and then you'll be fine. You will lose ink. That's normal. That's part of the process, really. I've tested a few things, and what I discovered, it chews through ink, and whenever it swaps types of black ink. Okay, yeah. Interesting. I guess it depends on the kind of black as well, because you can use, there is pure black as well. I don't know if you know about that, pure black. You have to be really careful with pure black. You should only use it for text. Don't use it for color. It has photo black and matte black, and it likes to swap between. Interesting. You may have to read up on that in terms of what your printer is doing, and maybe switch. How it's why it's switching between those two. You may have to double. You may have to do some reading on that. Maybe other people who have that same printer as you do, maybe have discovered a way to control that. Why is it using between the two when it shouldn't do? I think pure black as well. I think that's pure black as well. It swaps between defaults. Okay. But do you know the true value of pure black? Do you know the CMY code for pure black? Or true? I think it's called true black. I think I call it pure black, but I know very little about inks. Oh, okay. I'll send you a link. I'll send you an image. Actually, you know what? There's probably a link somewhere. I can probably find out. Let me find out what's. Where is it? I'm trying to find a good page for you to know what it is. But yeah, usually pure black is, like I said, used for text. It shouldn't be used for anything else, because if you start using it for something else, because it's not fully black per se. It's not fully black. It's got a bit of cyan in it. Cyan. So you have 100% K. 60%, what do you call it? Cyan, and the rest of it's 0. But you get various types. Apparently, there's more types of black, but that's the one I've been known to use at times. But this is only for print, really. But I'm trying to find a good page for it, because I'm starting to see variations of people using different kinds of blacks and stuff. But yeah. Congratulations, you've reached 100 messages today with Restream chat. Way, okay, that's lovely. 100 messages. True black, here we go. Photoshop 101, true black. This page might be handy. Yeah. Well, actually, I take it back. There's one called true black. I guess this page could work. But yeah, if you look for true black, or pure black, whatever, blackest in CMYK, and you'll get some various answers. I don't need to follow my answer on that, because it could vary. But again, it depends on the printer as well. But obviously, I can work out swaps and less fancy photo quick property links. Yeah, you should be careful with the brand X stuff, because I know Ultra used to use brand X inks in his printer, and it works. He said he had an Epson printer. Epson printers are fine, don't get me wrong, but he used to use a brand X inks on there, and the quality came out just fine and everything, so that's great. But yeah, but then again, don't hold me, don't trust me on that, because it depends on the kind of the model you're using and stuff, the kind of kind of branded printer and inks and stuff, and hopefully they won't clog anything. Because I've always been keen to get a proper like brand X set of inks for this Canon printer. But then I thought, you know what? If people are buying, if people are buying prints from me, I want to make sure that they get the best quality. You know, I'm not going to give them like, you know, stuff I just use like some sort of brand X color. But even though the quality is probably, you know, probably looks the same. But I guess I tend to look for, you know, I want to make sure that if someone buys something off me, a print, they get the best. They get the best version. But I guess if you're off-brand inks, don't often come with the guarantees. Exactly. That's the other thing. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, you may run into problems where, you know, the ink, you know, it might dry quickly, it might clog some of the headers, and header clogging is probably the worst thing you want to have for your printer, because that's when you're printing things all nicely and then suddenly you see this big streaky dirty line going across and you're thinking, what the hell just happened there? Some of my old prints have gone purple. It's like, oh boy, they've gone purple. Mine hasn't gone purple yet, so I'm thankful. Like, mind you, mine on my printer the header died, and that was expensive. The actual header, there's a chip on it's like a little chip which sits on the printer that died randomly, and yeah, that cost like almost 100. I think it's £75 to replace. It wasn't cheap. The weird thing is I don't know how it died. It just suddenly just gave up and died, and I was so annoying that is. But I'm hoping if it happens again, I've got two choices: either to chuck this printer away or buy a new printer. I think I'll just buy a new one, because you know, you want to try and keep up with the times and make sure you got a good model. And obviously nowadays, printers nowadays are so much better, so much superior to the older ones now. So I want to try and make sure I get something good. Okay, let's get the background done, and I also need to do markings as well. So we reached 11 o'clock here, 11 p.m. Let's get rid of that block there. I'm just going to paint over this just to give it a bit more definition. Don't forget your census. Yes, I'm going to be doing that tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning straight away. I'll just be getting that done. I might just do it on paper because I've got the form. Just or I'll just spend tomorrow. I might skip streaming tomorrow and just get that done, or maybe something. I'll do something. I'll figure something out. I'm thinking too much right now. I'm thinking too much about. Damn, they can find me. The government's going to find me and find me. Damn you, consensus. They want my information. They want to know what I'm up to. And why has the music stopped? The music has stopped once again. There you go, let's continue. No jazz, royalty free, so this should be okay. Royalty free music. That's good. Let me just check something. Ooh. Swish. Yeah, cool. Just making sure that the stream is running correctly, because sometimes I've noticed the stream does go funny in the red. I'm not really paying attention to OBS here. So on Monday, the OBS, my stream bar was going down in the red. I realised that BT, my provider, were having problems, and the following day my router kept bouncing in and out, like kept resetting, like 5 times in a row. Like that's something doesn't sound, that's not right. So I had to give them a call and say, like, look, what's going on? What's going on? My router keeps dying on me. And they were like, and they got back to me and said, oh, yeah, we've discovered what was wrong with it. There's outside interference. I'm like, okay, well, fix it. And they said, well, we'll fix it in 24 hours. So It looks like they fixed it because the stream is in the green. There's no red, no more red on my connection. So it's looking good, looking good. So there's a commission. This is just a personal piece. Just a personal piece, Nani. I thought I'd do something different because I've been painting a lot of animals and stuff and wildlife and whatnot. So I thought, let me just try something a bit different, something that's, you know, something I've never done before. And I've painted a Guilmon before, or not safe for work variety, but I thought, let me just do one. Let me try and do more Digimon stuff, because Pokemon stuff is fine, but Pokemon stuff is very toony. You know, it's tricky to do semi-paintery stuff. Doing so much chilling your sim stuff and background music. Yesterday's stream I was playing classical music, Beethoven and stuff like that. I try to make sure there's variation, because I'll get sick of listening to the same music again and again and again. Oh my god, not again. Yeah, classical music, but I find that music also, you know, causes me how to approach painting. You know, if I'm listening to classical music, it gets a bit. It's like there's some really tense music in that playlist, and most of all that music is public domain music as well. All the classical stuff. So I try not to, you know, get tensed out. I think it changes the way I paint. You know, it changes my behaviour. I gotta get a bit. So I'm hoping that what I'm doing right now, it should be okay. You know, I'm not feeling too aggressive and aggressive with my work. I'm letting nice music calm me down a bit. You know, feel a bit chilled. And right now, I'm still thinking about the consensus form. That's running through my mind right now. I'm thinking like, oh damn, I've got to do that tonight before my mum goes to bed, and it's only 11:30. So not 11:30. Sorry, so it's almost 11. Sorry, and I'm gonna try and 15 minutes. I'm gonna have to try. Well, in 10 minutes now. I'm gonna have to, like, sadly. Yeah, I hope you forgive me. I have to depart to get that form filled in. So. In fact, I should probably tell her, like, not to go to bed yet. So I can try and maybe just go and do it and get it off your brain. Yeah. No, that's true. It's true. I thought I'd try and get this kind of done, semi-done, so that I can just probably finalise it up a bit. It's just that deadline. The deadline bugged me out. I was planning to do it this weekend. No one's rushing it with stressing your brain. Just end up fixing things later. Yeah, no, well, yes, yeah, that's true, no, that's true, so true. Just gonna lower it down a bit, just a tad bit. And there's a marking as well. The markings are there as well. I need to sort the markings out. So this is something I just drafted in. That's the proper mark. I want to refine all the markings as well. So I can probably do that outside the stream, so that's not a problem. Yeah, I don't want to touch too much of this form. So I'll leave it as it is. Just give it slight refinement on things like that. And some red in there as I chuck in some bit of red. There we go. Yeah, we should definitely do some Phasmophobia at some point whenever this new update comes out. I'm probably planning to play some more at some point though in VR. So if you ever feel the need to do some spooky scary stuff. Or if you want to try a VR chat scary stuff, definitely be up for that. Because you normally find me on there nowadays, VR chatting with people. I normally play as normally my Haru model from Beastars. She's my waifu waifu model. She's so adorable. I don't know. Have you guys both seen? Do you guys both watch Beastars, or have you heard of it? You might actually like it. It's a dark series, but it's really good show. It's a good show. It's on Netflix, but you can watch it on most anime kind of websites. You know, those in subtitle. If you're like me, you like watching subtitle stuff. We watched some of it. I'm not sure we're through the current season. Oh, okay, yeah. Season 2's already out, you see, but that's in subtitle mode at the moment. Fan sub is the right word. Recently watched Beastars and BNA. I've not watched BNA. I know the Flying Lung, who's in Picato. He's watched it. So yeah, no, interesting. That's like a similar kind of, not similar kind. It's like about people, that animals who are trying to live in the same world as humans, or humans who are really animals but can transform into animals. Is that right? A kind of thing going on there. I just added some blue there just to give it some gloss there. Roughly along those lines. I see. Can you believe it's Thursday? It's nearly Thursday. Like, how fast this week is going is unbelievable. Like, on Tuesday, I thought Tuesday was Wednesday. You know, really, I was like yesterday. Like on Tuesday, I was talking to someone at work on work from my laptop. And I was thinking like, oh, I can't get all these graphics done by Thursday, because I was just thinking, wait a minute, today's Tuesday, so why am I getting worried about it for? So today I got most of the work done, but like still, I was like thinking, damn, it's like, in my mind I was thinking it's Wednesday, and I was thinking I can't get this stuff done by tomorrow. I'm just gonna be blunt and say, look, this can't be done. This cannot be done physically. How is that possible? And then it clicked. It's like, wait a minute, it's Tuesday. Okay, it's not so bad. Then I turned around and said, oh yeah, it's all fine. It's all fine. It's okay. But the thing is, I managed to convince the person I was talking to. I convinced her that it was also Wednesday as well. The way I was talking, I was like, wait a minute, this can't be done. I can't get it done for tomorrow. What are you talking about? This is like unrealistic. This is unrealistic timings. What are you talking about? I can't do all these graphics. I can't do all of them. I got worried. I was getting worried. I was like thinking like, who's coming up with these crazy timings? Who's agreeing to this? And yeah, but it got done. It got done. Tomorrow's gonna be tomorrow's still gonna be a busy day, but at least I've done enough to so it won't be too stressful or anything like that. So everything's under control. But still, oh man, I think it's because of the whole point of working from home too much. Because normally usually when I'm doing stuff for clients indoors, I eventually do go out, walk about and stuff. But like for the past 2 weeks, I've been indoors. I've not even gone out. The only time I've gone out is actually to go and buy a bottle of wine or something. That's on a Thursday, and funny enough, this Thursday's coming up. So yeah, so tomorrow afternoon I probably will go to the market to Asda and get me another bottle of red wine. We stuck on red wine. And that red wine is going to be saved for Friday night for VR. Friday night VR is my new thing now. Hang out with some peeps on VR chat. which is why I've mentioned if you ever want to hang out on VR chat. Also, I forgot to mention. Also, Friday, I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's a Texas Furry convention happening in online. So I might be attending that. I might attend that. It's free to. I think it's free to attend. So you can turn up to their world on VR chat. So it's another great way to mingle and mooch around with people and stuff. So you're welcome to join along if you want, Tree or Nuni, if you. Because I was last week was Vernal Equinox, which is a Canadian convention, and that was fantastic. Got to meet a few people that I'm bad at mingling. So. No, you just hang out with us. Just just hang around talking about stuff random. If you want to, that is. Yeah, it's great. It's a good way to network. Cheeky network. I found it. Yeah. It's a nice thing to do, and it's like obviously locked down. Not much conventions going on. So I thought I'd check it out, and then. It's got me thinking about maybe setting up like a dealer's table in those online worlds, because you can do that. Another way to get seen. So something to think about there, Tree. Because I saw if you're ever on VR chat, I can show you the Vernal Equinox dealers room, dealers den. It's impressive. It's really cool what they've done. They've it's like a proper shopping mall kind of feel to it. There's booths everywhere, and people have made their own banners for their shop fronts and QR codes, which go to their websites and stuff. And obviously, some are questionable in terms of marketing wise. When a stand should tell you what the product's selling. You can tell some are wishy-washy, in terms of obviously most people that don't really have knowledge on how to sell themselves, but it gives you an idea of what to, how you can, if you were to do that sort of thing, what you could do for yourself to, get yourself advertised better and stuff. Yeah, marketing strategy. How to set up your own. What do you call it? Dealer's table, so it stands out. What he's selling. So when people go by, they know exactly what he's selling, and not just a table with stuff with bric-a-brac. You want a table with stuff on it you're selling. Okay, so I reached 11:15. Should probably call it time here. So yeah, I think I made good progress here. Replaced what I did before. It's much better than it is. Yeah, I've been streaming for 1 hour 55 minutes. I would stream a bit longer. Let me be right back 1 second. Let me see if my mum is still awake, because I need to have a chat with her and see if she's still around. I can sit with her and get the thing done digitally via laptop. So bear with me, because if not, I might continue streaming. Give me a second. BRB. Well, everyone's gone to bed. No surprise there, so I guess there's no point. But yeah, I should probably. I'll continue on for what time is it now? 1 hour 55. Pretty sure 1 hour 55 minutes. So I'll go on for another 15 minutes. I think I'll go on for another 15 minutes, and then I will probably stop and then work on the consensus form on my side. Yeah. I think that's fair. Fair play. You gave some insights. Yeah. Well, thanks. Wilton Wild. Sorry. Yeah. yeah, just like the streams. That's what the stream's all about. Giving insights on the creative side and the dealing and whatnot. I mean, I will admit I'm no expert on dealing, but I've done it enough to give you my impressions of it and my experience of it. Things I've had problems with, of experience, so that way no one else will fall into that same hole, because we all have, like when I first started dealing, I don't know what I was doing. I just it was kind of wishy-washy, like you just put things on the table, and I wasn't really thinking about how to present myself. All I had was a folder with my art on there, and a little notepad with I just wrote down the prices on there, left on the table. Didn't really give much of a thought on the whole concept of it. So yeah, it's yeah. So yeah, exactly. Sounds like your first day. Yeah, your first day. Well, yeah, exactly. So I don't know what I was doing, and if I'd known the stuff I know now, I can probably I can make it so much better. And over the years, you develop this kind of understanding of what to do and what to expect and how to position yourself so you look presentable. Don't get me wrong. I mean, even if you keep it simple, that's fine. Nothing wrong with being simple. But sometimes just giving that nice professional look can make you stand out more. I remember when I think I reached a point where I kept my table really simple. That's when I was just doing pre-orders only. When I do pre-orders only, so I don't have any prints. Don't need prints. My selling point is selling the pre-orders. So my table's pretty much empty, except for the badge examples. That's it. But then the whole point of that is my objective is to sell the pre-orders, nothing else, and that's it. So when you start selling other things, it gets a bit confusing. It makes people think that what's your special? What's your main strength? What's the selling point here? What are you trying to sell? If you have a lot of things on sale, then it's hard to distinguish for a customer to know what your strengths are. Is it your art? Is it your badges? Is it your stickers? Is it your art book? If it's your art book, then your art book should be the selling point. So that should be the only thing on your table. And you'll be surprised how many people will look at it and go, "Oh yeah, that's cool." But you'll find that most people at conventions, they always go for the commission, don't they? Is that right, Tree? Commissions are always the first things that people always ask for. They always want their custom things drawn. Personally, I don't do. Oh, not for me. Oh, what? Okay. What's the common question you get asked? If someone came to your table, what would come involved with? What sort of things do they ask you? Printing is usually the first. Okay. Oh, that's good. Oh, because is that right? You used to offer printing services. Is that right? Am I right to believe that? I still remember you offered something which was like. Exactly. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Very nice. So you're tapped into something that's not available at the dealer's den. So you're doing something that does it. So there you go. That's very good. Very good. Very, very good. I remember the little bead things you do as well. The little bead embroidery things. That was really cool. The little bracelet making. That gets people interested in laser cutting. Yeah, laser cutting starting to. Yeah, I've seen the rise in laser cutting suddenly. When I think like 2 or 3 years ago, or 4 years ago. I've seen people bringing like their hefty laser cutting machines or wood cutting machines. Laser wood cuts. Really, really incredible. The amount of work that goes into that to bring that kind of machine into the den, and obviously it stinks of plastic when it's cutting, when it's etching. Because of it's my dad, and huge. It's huge. Oh, nice. My dad's okay. I was gonna say. Just to make sure you worded that correctly. I was like, okay. It's your dad, and it's huge. The laser is your dad. It's a huge dad laser. See, one thing I need to get done, and one thing I need to get done at some point, and it's a kind of an important thing, is to learn to drive. I still haven't learned to drive. Still, yeah, having that as a ability, it would be very nice, especially when going to conventions or going places, isn't it? You can just get into a car, off you go. I take it. Nuni drives as well. Yeah, does Nuni drive, or do you drive, or do you both drive? I need to try and get my. Being able to drive is great. Car costs suck. Yes, I've seen the prices like here, like where I live right now. You have to pay for a parking permit. Absolutely insane the amount of money you have to pay a year just to have a permit here. The council are increasing the prices every year. I don't get it. It's a joke. It's like, I mean, last year it was £130, £120 or so. Something along those lines, 120-ish. This year it's 150. I'm like, where's that extra? Where's that? Who's increasing this amount? Who's doing that? Yeah, it went up by like £50, like £20. £20? No, £30. Sorry, £30. It's only, oh man, yeah. You don't want to live edge of London. That's where I live right now, the edge of London. That's the right way to say it. Essex, edge of Essex. It's the borderline between the two. It's grim. That's all the jobs are. Yeah. But you can always. I know a lot of people that live miles away. They travel into London. My art director, who works from home now because he lives miles away. Yeah, he travels into London every day, like to work, and then he'll have to leave work at around about 4 o'clock just to get home. It's ridiculous. But it's that kind of travel he does every day to get to work, to get to the studio. But now it's obviously lockdown has made it doesn't have to go anywhere, so he's happy. He's pretty pleased with it. But I think the only thing he has to do now is pick up his kids from school and stuff. So. But I mean, the thing is, he says he'd rather go into the studio at least once or twice because I think he's hating working from home. What time is it? Okay, so I've got roughly about 10 or so minutes. Well, actually, you know what? I can just go for the full on 30 minutes. I think from here. I think I could probably get away with that. But I think I should probably end in 15 minutes just to start on that form. I think I'm still thinking about that form. So, I mean, it's not as bad as it is now because I'm not gonna worry about it too much. It's gone past deadline date, and it says as soon as possible. So I can probably just get it done tomorrow. It's not a biggie in it. Do it online. In fact, I'll check the questions later and see what kind of questions they ask. And if it's questions that I can easily answer on behalf of my parents, I can probably say it. You know what? In fact, I think these markings should be fine as they are. Don't want to mess with them. Probably polish them up a bit. Polish them up. In fact, I think these will probably need to be painted over. Can I soft light them? Oh, let's see if we can do hard light. Yeah, hard light kind of gives it that illusion that it's kind of etched on, isn't it? But the thing I don't like is the transparency. It makes it look a bit transparent. Excuse me, let me just look at the... Yeah. So what I may do is turn off hard light and just fade them back a bit. Just fade it back. fade it back a bit. It's playing Happy Birthday song right now on a jazz version of Happy Birthday. Weird song to play on a... Dear oh dear. Oh, why is that? Didn't mean to colour on that. Didn't mean to work on that tail. There we go. There we go. So yeah, just going to resume. Oh, just going to resume bringing these patterns in place. I'm just going to look at the patterns on this character. Got some markings here. Yes, there we go. Right. Triangles. Got triangles on his shoulder. At least I think they're triangles. Let me see. Yes, it's triangles. Yep. For a moment I forgot. I wasn't sure what these were. So. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Counting down the minutes here, counting down the minutes. Got 2 hours and 9 minutes. As always, I always appreciate people hanging out on the stream. You know, it's great to mooch. It's tricky to do these kind of things when you're doing a game stream because when you're doing a game streaming, your focus is purely on the game. Whereas I guess arting, there is that kind of social aspect, not social aspect, but like kind of interaction aspects. That's the right way. You can interact with people and talk to them whilst you're working on this, so you can stop your focus on something temporarily just to talk to people. Without, you know, when you're playing a game, it's difficult to pay attention to what you're doing in chat whilst, you know, playing a game. I've always found it, you know, if I'm playing something, I need to like make sure that I'm zoned in on the game whilst talking about it. Otherwise I sometimes have to stop the game, you know, and bring up the menu, you know, that sort of thing, and temporarily have a little banter on chat. More grey, brown. Oh, a bit more light brown. There we go. So I'm trying to make it less black, basically. So give it that kind of natural dye on the neck. Same here as well. So that pattern there is, I might have to just blur it and erase that pattern, because it's kind of very drafty and I don't really like that. Give it more of a proper refined look. There we go. And then we can just erase it just a tad bit, just to give it that. Yep. So I'm going almost to black here, but I try and I don't want to go too black because I just want to try and keep this red, really dark red feel to it. So it's kind of like part of it, and not just not just a silly marking. The belly part, this part's going to be a bit filly to do, so I'm going to probably leave that last, and maybe do that outside the stream, maybe, just to get that in there. But same here as well. I'm trying to refine these just to make sure it's nicely rounded. Probably erase that. Probably erase what's underneath there because it just looks awful. In fact, that strip can go further back because it's a bit too close to my liking. So I'm going to erase that just a bit. Just paint over it again. Maybe using that same kind of strong value there. And just there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, Raging Trash Panda. Thanks for the cheeky host there. Oh, thank you for the host there. Yeah, thanks. Oh, is that a raid? Oh no, it changed to a raid. It went from a host. It went to a raid. Sorry. Thanks. Welcome. Welcome, people. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well, thank you. How was your stream? What was you doing? Was you playing a game? Was you playing Phasmophobia? Some form of horror game? Or was you doing some arting, or what was you doing? She was nice. We were just actually drawing my sleep paralysis demon. Oh wow, okay, wow, that's spoopy stuff. Spoopy stuff. Is it finished, or is it still kind of was it still like a something that you're gonna finish later on, or is it? Move this down a bit. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit from spoopy time. Nice. Because I was just having a chat about horror games because I've not played Phasmophobia in a while, for quite a while since getting VR. I've done in VR once or twice, so I should probably try and go back into it at some point. I finished one, but still have more to go. Okay, cool. It's good to know that you're getting stuff done. Progress. Always find that I never finish things in one sitting of a stream. I always do 4 or 5 sessions of the same piece. So this particular Digimon character, I've been working on it last week, and that was it. So I've come back to it again and redone it again because something was bugging me about it. Something put me off about it. So I thought, let me do it again, and do it right. So I'm doing it all again, and sometimes just looking at it fresh new eyes, after a while you start seeing things. Because my drawings are line work stipple, usually can be done in the 2 stream. Oh, okay, yeah. I need to try and streamline my stuff then to get it done quicker. To get it done in 2 streams. I mean, I used to do paintings and complete them in 2 streams, but then I realised I've made a mistake on something, or I've gone over the top on something and realised I shouldn't have done that, because I get carried away when you're streaming and you're talking. You're not really focused on the piece. Your focus is on the streamers and talking. People are watching you, so you can easily forget. I sometimes make that mistake and then realise, after stream, realise that I shouldn't have done that. So I have to redo some elements again. The piece is really complicated. So. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I complicate it myself by so this particular piece. I've kind of not followed any methodologies. I've just kind of gone in straight away just gone in guns blazing, should I say, as opposed to really set. You know, like when I'm doing commissions on stuff, I tend to have a workflow in place, workflow that works, and I should be doing that. But when you're streaming, you're just having fun. So this kind of started off as a fun piece. It was never meant to be a. Should I say? It's never meant to be a piece that I'm meant to like work on. It's just for fun. And then when I started painting it properly, I was just thinking, damn, I should have done this properly. So it's kind of, I'm still trying to creep in the proper workflow into this, but I think how I've done it so far, I think I've played it safe, but that's fine. It's kind of fallen into place. But I did notice some mistakes last week though. That's why I pretty much cleared out some of those mistakes the moment I started streaming. I said to myself, right, this needs fixing, this needs fixing, this needs erasing, do this whole thing again. So, boom, get it done. I was hoping to see, what's her face? I was hoping to see Lisa streaming today. She hasn't streamed. It's a shame. Normally before I start streaming, I tend to pop by and see if she's doing her little cheeky stream, and I didn't see her today. It's a shame. It was normally I first watch her for a bit before I start streaming, so I didn't see her. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes when you have, yeah, I guess if she's trying to focus on just streaming the cool stuff, that's fair. It's understandable. I normally just like going there for the gossip. It's like being at the tattoo place, her tattoo shop, and listening on the gossip. You know, the gossip, the banter. That's what I go for. Just to listen to that and have my 10 cents worth of comments to add to it. Yeah, it's like being at the shop. Yeah, exactly. That's I think that's what drew me to. To be honest, I when she was painting her fox for the fox painting for the first time, I just stumbled on her stream. I think I just stumbled on it. I was like, okay, this looks like someone I should check out. And then that was it. And then like I think that's the personality and what she was talking about and stuff. And I thought, you know what, this person's nice to watch. So I think it went on from there, but then I noticed that the more I watched, it felt like, yeah, you said before, like it's like being in her shop, and I think that kind of atmosphere is nice. It's a nice atmosphere to be in. Yeah, obviously she's not here to hear all this, my compliments. I think she's heard it already enough times, but I always keep saying that. That's why I was hoping that, if not, because she wasn't streaming yesterday either. I think I didn't see her online. I think so. Yeah. Here's tomorrow. Here's to tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see a stream. Okay, that's taking shape. Let's see what the markings. There's quite a few markings on this character. Feet. Okay, and there's markings on top of the hands. Let's get that one done there. Okay. Oh, she did stream. Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry, you're right. She did stream yesterday. I was there, and yeah, I kind of watched, and I was like, I went to lurk mode. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I've completely forgot that I was like there all along. Yeah, I was talking about murder stuff. She was watching some murder show on TV or something. cable goes down this way. Let's go up that way. There we go. So are you planning to get yourself a VR headset for Phasmo? Is that a thing in the planning of if you plan to do more Phasmophobia, or you gonna stick with desktop only Phasmophobia? Because I keep saying that I've told fair few people already, you know, like Phasmophobia in 3D is a whole new different world. It's just looks insane. Just looks insane. It might blow your mind. It might blow your mind. I don't know if your headset's scary enough. I don't think I'm getting enough sleep for spraying radio. I can't see or more. Okay. Oh well, cool. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for raiding me. Hope you rest well. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. And yeah. Hopefully we'll get this done. If not tonight, but because I was going to end the stream fairly soon because I've reached a 2 hour 30 mark here. Trying to keep a short burst of sessions like this. But yeah, thanks for giving me that lovely nice little raidy raid. Ooh. And you have a good rest. You have a good rest. Yeah. 2 hours and 30 is a good respectable amount. I think anything more than that, then you really will burn yourself out. Yeah, catch you later, man. So yeah, I've streamed for 2 hours and 24 minutes so far. I might just bump it up to maybe 2 hours and 40 because obviously I took about 10 minutes extra to set up and those sort of things. Setting up always takes time, and so I might squeeze an extra 10 minutes before I stop. But yeah, I think this is taking shape, and I'm actually pleased with the way it's going so far. And some extra light here because some lights there. There we go. See, these are dark saturated red here. There we go, like that. There we go. Orangey dark. This makes it look kind of etched into the. So it's not naturally black. It could be this kind of etched in value color. Which makes it a part of it rather than just outright black. I like to go a bit adventurous on these kind of things, just to give it that sense of colour it belong. Yeah, it's part of rather than just making it outright black. Looks a bit weak then. Yeah, see. Excuse me. Oh. Let's get that snout one done as well. So already this has kind of got this brightness thing to apply to it, so that's good. Do saturate it down a bit. There we go. Let's just sit my chair properly. I'm sitting forward like it's not good. Sitting on your chair is important. You've got to have that kind of good posture when doing these kind of things. Otherwise, your back's gonna get crooked. Crooked back. No one likes a crooked back. Nobody likes a crooked back. Really keeping a subtle lighting here, subtle value of this markings, so I don't want to just going to go over the brow. In fact, I can probably erase some of this areas on underneath because let's erase that triangle from there. So I'm going to keep this newer one. I'm making a newer shape, refined shape on top of this one. So I want to try and keep that. I don't want to lose that. I want to try and lose the what I've done underneath because it's just drafted out. I can make it look better with this newer one. A bit more refined, a bit more nicer looking. There we go. Let's close this in. Erase that line there. There's another one on this side. Obviously, so if we erase that now, get rid of this. Whoop. Whoop. Gone. So let's start refining this a bit more and bring this up a bit. This goes up further. There we go. I'm gonna try and erase this in a curvy way, so that way it looks like it's an arch. It's arching over the nose, like so. There we go, like that. And we can bump it. Then we can start bumping up this. We've saturated a bit. There we go. What colour is that? Oh, it's way bright. So maybe bring it down a bit. There we go. There we go. Maybe add some yellow in there, just not yellow, that reddish, but really we have to remind ourselves that it's marking. So maybe even though it's if it's that really dark colour, you can still have that kind of reddishness to it. I'm going to try and keep that markings intact. Actually, can I just do that instead? Yeah, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm using the mask, layer mask. So mask in that that shape. There we go. So it's kind of there, and then we can start messing around with. This is where I guess checking for references might be handy for lighting. This kind of lighting where you're gonna try and do that. So maybe this could be kind of could just go a bit. Yeah, like bit reddish, maybe stronger than that, maybe brighter, maybe. Yeah, something to play with there, something to mess around with. Yeah. Again, because this is light, I think it wouldn't be too visible, so I'll have to ponder. I'll have to play with this. I think I'm gonna have to think about this when I decide on the lighting on this, and just do some research on this. Research on lighting. How would this object look when lighting is applied to it? That's the question. And let's just get this arrow kind of somewhat in line with that. Let's see. Oh, actually, actually, let me just see if I might have done this pattern wrong. I think. Let me just double check this. It is wrong. Yeah. So it is. I've done it a bit wrong there, actually, because that is. Yeah, there we go. So this will come further in because it's coming towards the brow. This will be slightly up here because the arrows. Yeah. Let's see if I'll just redraw that triangle. Redraw it. I'll redraw it. Like so. What time is it? 2 hours 34. So yeah, I'll say my final speeches now and then call it time, I guess. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to those people again that have remained on stream. Also, thank you to Raging Trash Panda, who's gone to bed now, for raiding me. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a raid to happen near the end. It's always one of those sort of things, isn't it? When someone raids you, you gotta go for a bit longer. You can't just. It would be just unfair to say, right, I'm done. You raided me, but I'm about to finish my stream. But so I've gone a bit further here by sticking around a bit longer. I'm trying to finish this piece at some point, maybe outside the stream. because there's a few little markings and stuff I got to do. But yeah, it's one of those sort of things. I can probably resume this tomorrow, but then I won't be gaming. So it's one or the other, really, isn't it? But I'm like I said, I'm trying to be a variety streamer, so I guess I should stick with what I said I was going to do, which is play more Bioshock, and then just have a bit of fun with that. It's like this lovely little triangle thing here that goes down this way. These markings are like. Let me see how the 3D one looks. 3D one, okay, right. So it's a little triangle that goes down here. See, there's crazy triangles all over the place. Have fun with all the plasmids. Yeah, I'm gonna like click my fingers and set people on fire. Really, that's my go-to. That's my go-to cool thing. Just like. I do love the adverts. I don't know if you saw the adverts for plasmids and stuff. When you buy plasmids, it's like. Set people on fire, ding. Or the what's it called? The kinetic one is not kinetic. The psychic one, the one you can pick up objects and stuff. That one's definitely a bit of a head spinner there in terms of like it's a guy who has an angry wife and he throws a table lamp at her. That is just hilarious. Don't get any ideas. It's like, I'm tired of you, woman. Bop on the head with a lampshade. But if I don't know if you've played Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite also has a bit of a controversial thing going on there, but it's really cool the way the storyline unfolds in that too. If you've not played that, but yeah, it's what a game. Sounds like lift music, almost like lift music. Actually, want to erase that. To be honest, I don't think you even see that pattern from that side. From the looks of it, no, I don't think you would. So that's you can probably get away with that. So, yeah, the markings on the paw. Yeah, if I do that, actually, let me see if I quickly put the markings for the paw in before I end. At least that would be a nice thing to do. So look at this paws here. Obviously, you can't see the paws on there. You can see paws on this one. Yes, you can. So, whilst I do this, I just want to say again, thanks for hanging out with me. It's been good. I'll be back tomorrow with possible gamings. Well, actually, you know what? We'll see what time I start because I might be working on that consensus form. Get that consensus form out of the way. Sleep well and don't forget. Oh no, I won't be forgetting the consensus form. That's on my high priority for tomorrow. I think. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it tomorrow. Because I'll be working. I'll film in that form tomorrow and ship it. I'm not going to worry about it. It's obviously it says in the form as soon as possible. So after that date. So I'm sure they'll be okay. 3 days late. Plus, if it's done online, it'll be straight away, wouldn't it? So I'm sure there's a lot of people. There's more people like me who have not done it either. They're probably like thinking. Oh, yeah, I'll do it on the weekend. Yeah, I'll do it maybe next weekend, the following weekend. Maybe I'll do it after Easter. So, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Like, because my mum said, oh, your sister's filled it in. If you don't fill it in, you get a fine. You get a fine from whoever sent it to you. It's illegal. It's a criminal offence. I think that fear-mongering. I think the fear-mongering side of it is a bit uncalled for. I don't know what you think of that, Tree. It's a bit of a weird one, that. It even says on it, it's a criminal offence or you get fined for not filling it in on time, or... I mean, obviously, don't give false information, but it's the fact that if you don't fill it in time, or you don't submit it, I think that's the right term. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have probably received that same kind of consensus letter and chucked it away, assuming it's just like a waste of time or something. It's like, oh, whatever, it's just a letter. Some form of thing, some form of documentation. You have to be questionnaire. I think it's pretty daft to force people by law to fill in this form. It's not like it's mega important. It's information about and if people are reasonably legally and here illegally, yeah, doing so comes suspicious activity. Yeah, exactly that. That's what my mum said. Just like, yeah, this form is. She even said to me, it's like, oh, this form looks like something that checks if you're here legally. You know, if you're not here legally, then they're gonna find you, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a questionnaire. I mean, it's the person who's requiring it, some doctor, something, scientist, is doing some data capture. I think just to say it's legal, yeah, you have to do it, otherwise it's a criminal offence. It's just, or fined for it, whatever. That's just a bit of a bum. I think that's, the urgency of it just adds more tension. Sillies. It's going to soften these edges out because I think I like the hard edge. Yeah, there we go. Just soften it out a bit. There you go. Soften those edges out. So I've been told I should be an impressionist artist. That's who I am. So I'm going to stick with that now. I won't bother trying to go for realism anymore. Just go for impressionist. Impressionist is still decent. You can still do the thing you kind of do, which is what I'm doing right now. But it's just in shapes, really chiseling in stuff in and not worrying about things, things like, is it detailed, is it blended, so you just blur the bugger in, to a point where it's just completely blurry and desaturated, because when you blend things in Photoshop, it gets desaturated, colours tend to get washed away, so it's yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. So this pattern, these two patterns here, I guess I'll do it another time, but I think I'm happy with. Yeah, it looks much better than before. Let's hide the. Oh, that's the original. Oh, there we go. I should probably start. Should have just painted over these and redone them again. So, oops. Yeah, I might have to. Let's make a new copy here and bash that in. There we go. Yeah, that works. So that's actually better. Actually, it's good. Yeah, I've just flattened it down to bring that fade in. This I can probably erase for now. Just don't need it. And this as well, and this as well. Actually, I'll keep those two down there. Let's keep this down there. Let's stop here. So yeah. Yes, so we've repainted this kind of again, cleaned up some areas, made it, just kept it in line with the original one. So it's not, as you can see there, it's still kind of there. Oh, actually, well, thank you, tree. There we go. So this bit here, I'll just go back, bring that back again, like that. See, trying to bring these elements back. The energy that was in the original one into this one, so nothing's lost. Just refining places that see there as well. You're as bad as Return of the King. Just end already. Yes. Okay, let's end it. Okay, let's end it. Okay, we're ending it now. Cool. thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow with some Bioshock. Until next time, I keep touching it. I've got to stop touching it. I'll stop touching it. I'll stop touching it. Oh, bush. Okay, I'm going to hang out on Discord for a bit before I disappear. So, yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with Bioshock. So until then, keep watching the skies. Keep watching the skies, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good evening. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.